Yo, what's going on, guys? BashtianYgo here, and here with my boy Zane. What's going on, dude?
Just chilling here at the Houston Regional. Got first.
Got first?
If you squint.
If you squint.
Got 19.
There you go, topping at the Houston Regionals. We had 515 players today,
I know,
dude. That's crazy.
10 rounds.
10 rounds. How you feeling?
Tired. I got no sleep last night. I slept for maybe like 2 hours in the car right here.
Okay.
Did not sleep at all before that.
So 2 hours sleep is the key to victory.
Yes. So I did for the last regional too.
Oh, there you go, my man.
Exactly.
Cool.
Every regional, no sleep.
Hell yeah. What were your matchups?
Round one, I played against Lab. I won that 2-0 pretty handily. Game two, he popped the card in my hand. He popped the useless card, and then he eradicated me for calling spells. I only had one spell in my hand. I just proceeded to OTK him.
Nice.
Round two, Snake Eye Fire King. I lost the die roll and just played through his board. And then he just I out-resourced him by like banishing his stuff. Game two, I stopped him with hand traps and stuff.
There you go.
Round three, huge grind game one against Snake Eye Fire King again. We went to like 10 minutes left on time at the end of game one, but he just out-grinded because I couldn't get a resource loop started.
Okay.
Then game two, he opened 4 different hand traps, a starter, and then top decked another starter. Yeah, his hand was Imperm, Mourner, Bell, Veiler, Bonfire, and he top decked the Snake Eye Ash.
Damn.
So yeah, there was no way I was winning that game.
Yeah.
Round 4 after lunch, another Snake Eye Fire King. I 2-0'd him. Game one, he just couldn't push through my hand traps, and I out-resourced him. It came actually really funny. I summoned his SP out of the grave, and then I made my own SP, so I ended the turn with 2 SPs, which I don't think is optimal, but at that point, like, it didn't matter, and it was more so keeping him off it from the. It was more so keeping it out of the grave, so he couldn't summon it back by putting it in the spell trap zone.
That's fair. Is SP hard once per turn?
Yes. It's hard once per turn.
Okay.
But I summoned it,
and then
I used its on-summon effect for mine.
Okay, gotcha.
And then game 2, he only saw access to the Fire King engine. I was able to just stop that in its tracks, and I just OTK'd him.
There you go.
Round 5, I faced Brandon. That's another one of my losses. I lost the die roll. I stopped him with 2 hand traps. He had talents to rip a good card from my hand, and I just couldn't push through. Game 2, he had everything.
Okay.
I opened double Veiler, and we talked afterwards, and he admitted that if one of the Veilers was Ash, I just won the game on the spot there. Like, he just had everything. He like Guardian Chimera to draw, and he draw talents to take my monster. Like, it was to force that interaction.
Oh,
it
man.
was insane.
Okay.
Round 6 against what was round 6? Oh, Cash.
Cash. Okay. Fearsome.
Yeah, Cash.
Okay.
Round 6 was Cash. He made me go first. I won die roll. My hand traps just stopped him. I just OTK'd him. Game 2, he made me go first, and I just hard bricked. Game 3, he shifted me, and I broke his board through shifter.
Oh,
like, I pushed through, broke his board, got rid of every resource he had, and made him on top deck mode. While I had interaction, and he just couldn't do anything.
Through shifter. Okay.
I know, through shifter, which is insane. I didn't expect that to happen.
Right.
My hand was really good. Round 7. What was my round 7? Oh, round 7 was another Snake Eye Fire King. I don't know if the guy was just not that great or not, but I stopped him pretty easily, and I was able to out-resource him really, really easily in game 1. But he played really, really slow, and he forgot he had already gone to battle phase.
Oh, man.
So he tried to do the OTK line, and I'm like, dude, you already went battle phase.
Oh, it feels bad. I've been there.
Yeah. And then game 2 was oh yeah, I had a Bestial in hand, and I just played in a hand of only hand traps. He talents to take my only starter out of the hand.
Oh, man.
And I top deck like Veiler and Imperm for the next like 4 turns. I just played Bestial Beatdown for like 5 turns straight, and it wins the game. It wins the game with hand traps. Round 8, I'm blanking right now. Oh, round 8.
It's a long tournament.
Yeah, a long tournament. I'm kind of blanking on exactly which one. I think it was. I faced Voiceless. Game 1, he bricked. I opened cracked. And I just OTK'd him through 2 hand traps. Game 2, I was able to I had the right techs to be able to beat him, even though he scooped and I had no idea what he was on. Round 9, I'm missing a round in here somewhere. I don't remember. There's one of the rounds I'm missing. So I don't remember what round 9 was, but round 10 was another cash. And again, I lost die roll. He went first, and I could just push through his entire board. Like I had honestly a perfect hand to beat him, but he didn't shift for me, which is nice.
Nice.
Game 2, he solemned me, and I just kind of like killed him because he's on 4,000 life points. So easy.
Yeah. With a 4,100 beater should be easy enough, right?
I guess I didn't say it before. We're on Voiceless.
Yeah, we didn't say it. Yeah, Voiceless. This is the Voiceless profile.
Yeah, exactly. I will say, this list has a lot of inspiration from Steven Santoli's list. He took top 4 for YCS Costa Rica.
Okay, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to him. Seriously, he's playing the Brandon engine, and I think it adds so much. And I'll get into how it kind of helps a lot in a moment.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So start off 3 low. The ratios are honestly kind of figured out for the main deck for this deck. 3 low. It's the best card. It's a 1-card starter.
Of course.
3 Saphira. It's how you make grind. You search it like every turn. It represents everything except the fodder for a ritual material. It's everything.
Okay.
In the Voiceless mirror. Oh, another one of the matches was another Voiceless mirror. Yeah, I beat him 2-0.
Okay. Nice.
I'll get into how I beat the mirror. Like really, there's certain techs that just make the mirror near unlosable if you're the only one on these techs. Unless you just break.
Oh yeah.
So Saphira is just the grind. In one of the games, I bestialed the Saphira, and it just shut down the whole turn. It's my only hand trap, and it shut down the whole turn. The one old man Cerevus, he sucks to draw, but he comes up all the time for grind. He's really, really good at pushing through hand traps. If you have a way to the trap, you can just get to the low, even if they get rid of it, and you can summon out like another ritual, and you can summon out like regular Cerevus, and in certain matchups, it just wins you the game. Then we're on the 2 Skull Guardian. It's the bread and butter.
Of course.
There's arguments to run 3. If you run 3, it makes you better in the droll, I think.
Okay.
But he's still a ritual monster, and ritual monsters are inherently bricks, which is the nature of them.
True.
Then we have our 2 Cerevus.
Okay.
Helps you not die to targeting hand traps, which are super popular in this format, being Veiler, Mourner, Imperm, all of those. But realistically, he's another search target off of Saphira. He's another summon off the ritual spell, and he's just super good. I think 2 and 2 is perfect ratios. I don't see a reason to play any more.
Okay. Cool.
Then we get into that's it for the monsters for Voiceless. Then for the spell traps, 3 barrier. It's bread and butter. It's not a 1-card combo, but if you have access to anything that acts as the ritual fodder, or you have a way to already having like the rituals in your hand, or you already have Saphira in your hand, it works in every single 2-card combo. Every single one.
Nice.
Then we have the 2 ritual spells. Which the 2 ritual spells, again, ritual spells are inherently bricks, just like ritual monsters. So you don't want to max out, but you need 2 for the grind game, because if you have 1 in hand, you can't activate Saphira because it has to dump from deck.
Right.
Yeah. So you need to play 2, and then when you banish it for its effect, you need this. You just need this. You will if you cut the second and only on 1, you will miss it, and it comes up times where you search it and you hard use it.
Okay.
Then the trap. Trap is how you play grind. The trap is how you deal. It's how you push to break boards. It's so much. It pops anything. There's times where you pop multiple cards and it's insane.
Okay.
Then we have the honorary Voiceless cards. The 3 Diviners.
Yes.
It's another 1-card combo. You send, and then going along with the Trias Hierarchy.
There you go.
Send the Trias. If you already have Trias in hand, you can dodge Imperms with this, which is insane. And then if they ash it, you don't care, because you already have it in hand.
Right.
Also, didn't come up today, but times where if you have Trias, you can pop low as a fairy. So you can pop the Diviner and the low, and then it non-target pops the card on the field.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's insane. It has more effects than just summoning itself and tributing.
It does have text.
Like, it also draws 2 cards if you pop 3. If you tribute,
okay.
Yeah, it's pot agreed.
Sweet.
Never come. That draw 2 never comes up.
It's rare, yeah.
But the pop does come up.
Okay.
And then the 3 pre-prep.
Okay.
My original list was only on 1 pre-prep.
You're crazy.
But yeah, I know. Just I was wanting to play like Thrust and Talents and stuff. But this just plays through Droll like on its own. Because you do this, you get the Ritual Spell and you get Skull Guardian. And then if you have anything that acts as material, like if you have a low already, you just play completely through Droll. You do not care.
There you go.
And you do not care. Then, like I said, inspired by Steven Santoli a lot, the 3 branded fusion.
Okay.
And then the 1 Fallen of Albaz.
Okay. Just one's enough?
Yeah. You don't need 2 because realistically, you're not activating branded fusion multiple times. If you are, there's something wrong with the game. And then the Fallen of Albaz, it actually did come up in my round 10. I normal summoned the Fallen of Albaz to fuse away his Shanger Era, and that like won me the game because it forced so much interaction.
Right.
Yeah, and also I think I normal summoned this. I had double Ash in my hand, so I used 1 Ash, and then I discarded the other Ash. So it feels really good that way.
Cool.
But comes up. There was a time like in the Voiceless mirror, I did this and I dumped Saphira because you can summon Albion and then Albion summon the Lubellion, and then you discard a card to summon Mirror Jade, but you keep the Lubellion on field. You normally keep the Lubellion on field, and the Lubellion's just a level 8 light that you can ritual summon with. So if you already had Skull Guardian in hand, and this is what I did against him. I already had Skull Guardian, so I used Saphira to tribute the Lubellion to ritual summon, and then I just get low and I normal summon low. Like it helps make Brick Hands into like full combo.
Okay.
Then we have the hand traps.
Yeah.
3 Ash, 3 Nib. Put the nice one on top. 3 Veiler.
Nice.
3 Imperm.
Okay.
It's 12 hand traps. I genuinely think that you can't. I genuinely think this format you can't play less than 12 hand traps. You need to be able to beat the Fire King decks.
Yes, sir.
It's such a strong deck. If it establishes its full board, it's so hard to push through. It's very difficult unless your hand is just godly. Veiler Imperm because targeting negation is really good. The only time you get punished is when they have Kieran.
True.
It's the only time you ever get punished. Nib because in bad hands it solos it and it solos a lot of rogue decks. Ash because if they have a bad hand, it can solo. I know that like they can do there's a whole debate about the whole Hita thing, but it's so good in combination because the odds of drawing multiple hand traps with 12 is just it's like over 50% to draw at least 2. So I think I would not change my hand trap lineup. Then we're on a 42 card list.
Okay.
2 pros.
Okay. Consistency.
One, it's consistency, and it's the same idea as Steven Santoli. Going second, you side out the branded stuff, and then you side out the pros. So the 2 pros make it exactly 6 cards, and then you can side out for 6 hand traps.
Okay.
So that way, going second, you're on 18 hand traps, and the odds to open 3 are just so high.
Right.
We'll move to the extra deck.
Yeah.
We're on Branded Fusion, so obviously 1 Albion, 1 Lubellion, 1 Mirror Jade. I know a lot of people are on like the 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion. It can come up, but it doesn't come up enough, and I value other things in my extra deck more.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, that's really all there is to it. It comes up enough.
Yeah.
And then on to Herald targets, the Intis, the Diviner, or not Diviner, Herald of Arclight, I mean.
These are beautiful.
I know, I got the QCRs because I just love ritual decks. I love my ritual decks, they're great. Like I have multiple of these, they're great.
Okay. Nice.
Intis, Herald actually like never came up. I never sent this off Diviner because it adds only half. It adds only half, and you'd rather send Trias because Trias represents like Trias allows it to be everything.
Okay.
And also, it only makes itself level 6 if you do that, so it's not enough to ritual summon because you need 7s in this deck.
True.
Same thing with Intis, it makes it only a 6, so you only send these if you already open Trias. Intis did come up, or I popped like a Fire King field spell.
Oh, okay. That's a big hit.
Oh yeah. Continuing on with Synchros, Chaos Angel, the nice beautiful ulti. I pulled this week.
Very nice.
I thought I was gonna say it didn't come up, but it came up. It came up in round 10 against the cash player. I made this and just OTK'd.
Nice.
But it didn't come up that often just because I didn't open Diviner that often. But like I said, it comes up in lines because Trias and low is 10 right there. So it makes your synchros unaffected.
So good to have.
And it's just banishing a monster. It's a way that you don't interact that well. Like banishing stuff, you don't really do it that much unless you make SP.
Okay.
Typhon?
Yes.
Never came up. I never summoned this. I never summoned this. Would I cut it though? No. It comes up in niche scenarios, and when it comes up, you will need it, and it's come up at locals. But today it didn't come up at all. And then we get into links. Link ones, the Anima and the Link Rebo. Anima, only one opponent played in the Anima zone. Yeah, only one opponent played in the Anima zone today, and it meant that I killed. I don't think it changed the game. It just meant that I killed them that turn.
Right.
But Anima's also just a link climbing step. It's really nice. And then some spice here.
Okay.
Dark and Lina.
Lina, okay.
Yeah, so I was talking about the mirror. Lina wins you the mirror. I did a lot of testing with it, and it's in the mirror. It comes up a lot of times where they set up a board, and you can like push through, but you don't you can't really break the board. So you can summon Skull Guardian, and then you crash your Skull Guardian with their Skull Guardian. And they're both 41, so they both die, but it doesn't trigger the ritual spell. And then you make Lina, and you just summon their Skull Guardian back to your field.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it's insane. it's actually insane. And then you can link it off with like a Dynamundo if you want, or you can just leave it because it'll trigger your low. Yeah, and then Dark, because both our link ones are darks. It came up where I summoned an SP from my opponent's field. It comes up a lot. And then speaking of SP,
There she is.
yeah, beautiful card. Came up all the time. It breaks boards. Also the Dynamundo. If you pay attention to this deck at all, you've seen the line where you make SP, and then you link it off for Dynamundo. And what it ends up being is you banish one, and then you shuffle another back. Like a lot of the time, it's really, really good after you've already attacked and you've broken their board. Like I'll make like in a board where it has like a random extra body, and then low Skull Guardian, link one like Link Rebo or Anima if they play into it.
Right.
Make SP, banish something like a spell trap normally, and then make Dynamundo to shuffle resources, and shuffle something from their field. And then on opponent's turn, tributes itself, summons the Skull Guardian, summons low, you can get the trap. It comes up in set, and you play 2 because it comes up in turn 1 setups. And then also, Underworld Goddess. I know Raid Raptor's been like going around. And
it's all around
Raid
today.
Raptor kind of scares me. I'm gonna be honest, Raid Raptor scares me. It's a big unaffected.
That's fair.
And also, one of my friends is on Dynamorphia, and you don't out that card, like Rexstrom. You don't out that unless you play this. I know that's like very niche, but it comes up, and your extra space is loose enough that it comes up.
Okay.
And then going on to the side, I was talking earlier about siding out the Prosperities and the Fusion package. You side into the Ghost Mourners and the Bestials. I'm on Bestials. Another thing that cooks the mirror.
Right.
By round 8 mirror match, I Bestial Druisworm his Saphira, and it basically ended his turn. Like what I did is I Bestialed it, so he couldn't summon it. He couldn't use it. He couldn't ritual summon.
Right.
And then he ended on the old Mansoravis, and then I just didn't activate any effects, and I just climbed, I just normal summoned, and then I climbed into SP without activating any card effects.
Okay.
So he couldn't trigger it. And then on summon, I activate its effect to banish the low from his grave. So he was stuck on no resources. I established a full board because I just then made Dynamundo as well, and I had my full board. And Jerusalem also, like, he made a Link Rebo. It also popped the Link Rebo, not that mattered.
Right.
Also, Cheeky Tech, Magnamut. It searches any dragon. You can search Saphira. If you open this, I didn't open this card. I didn't open this card all day. But if if you do, you search Saphira, and your follow-up is insane. Like, you just win the game there.
That's wild. I didn't even think about that.
And then going first cards, because you need a going first card in this format, I think. The summon limits.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's standard.
Free
Makes
summon
sense.
limit. I was playing Strike, actually. Like, I know, because Stevenson Dolly was on Strike, so I was testing it, and it comes up. But the problem with it is that, like, summon limit just wins you games. I will say, though, I never drew this card. Never drew it. But I also, like, never went first. Because I only won 3 die rolls. And I 2-0'd every matchup except for my round 7. Yeah, it was round 7 cash. That's the only matchup that didn't end in a 2-0 either way.
Right.
So I just, like, never went first.
Okay.
I very rarely went first, yeah. And then back row removal. I'm on 2 Lightning Storms. Gotta play with different rarities.
So good.
And then the 1 Harpy Feather Duster.
Nice, the ulti.
Yeah, I got it with the ulti. It's got a nice foiling too.
Oh yeah.
But the mindset over Cosmics. I feel like the reason to play Cosmics this format, yes, there's certain things you want to banish, and being a quick play is nice. But for me, the biggest thing is how hard do I die to anti-spell? This deck, surprisingly, people think it dies to anti-spell. You really don't, because you place from deck. You don't care about it. So in that mindset, I was on these because if someone sides anti-spell, I don't really care. Overall, I actually don't think I ever activated any of these cards.
Still a pretty baller move.
The only time I saw it was in my round 1 lab matchup, and he eradicated me, calling spells, and the Lightning Storm was the only spell in my hand. So like I didn't care because he only like one other trap. It didn't matter. And then stuff that came up, the 3rd Pross, and then 2 talents.
Well, there you go.
The idea is you side these 3 in for like you take out like nibs or you take out whatever hand trap isn't good enough in the matchup. And you side these in, and then you can side out another hand trap for the summon limits. And that's like the mindset. Because like if you get hand trapped, you can tactics to just look at their hand and hand rip them, or if your hand's just booty cheeks, if it's just terrible, you draw 2 and you potentially draw an extender. But that's the whole mindset there. Overall, it felt really clean. I thought the side deck would be really weird because I didn't know what to put for these 2 spots at first. But it ended up working real. Like the tactics worked really well. Where like in a match, I stole my opponent's Fenrir from one of the cash matchups, and I used it to help break his board. And then I just linked it off. Like it felt really good.
Cool.
Like this is the game where I went and I broke the cash board through Shifter. I used this to take the Fenrir. I banished his he activated an effect, and I banished the Scareclaw. And then I used SP to banish his Birth, and then I beat over everything. And then I made Dynamundo to shuffle back his last monster that I just didn't have enough bodies to beat over. Right. And then I made what's it called? I on their turn Dynamundo tag out, so he was left on literally only the field spell on his entire board, and he had 1 card, and he had no cards in hand. He top decks Lava Golem, so he Lava Golems me, but like I don't really care. He ends up, I think he Typhons and then bounces the Lava Golem back to his hand and pokes. And then he played the Typhon into the Anima Zone, so I just took the Typhon and killed him.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, no, that's the whole deck profile. Overall,
dude.
Felt really good.
Congrats, dude. Again, top 32, 19th spot here at the Houston Regional, 515 players. No easy feats. Again, one last time, congratulations to you, my friend. I know we'll see you back here again many more times.
Absolutely.
We'll see you at Nats.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be at Nats.
All right.